Let's have a look back at one hell of a season that we've had. What's up and welcome to the finale of Season 2. Now this is the one where we look at all the stats around the league, all the stats of the team, find out who gets winners' medals, and find out who was the player of the season and the young player of the season. Now what a league campaign we had, where 33 medals will be handed out. Let's have a look at some of the players that contributed the most. Jordan Samura at the top of the list, making 30 appearances with 1 off the bench. Sammy is next with a total of 27 appearances, 2 off the bench. Kyle Gawley making 26 appearances, really our mainstay in their goal. Shotgun coming in 4th place, and rounding out the top 5, Kyle McClellan with 24 appearances. But really there were a few mainstays in the team, and I think we have to give credit where credit's due to Gary Davis, Harry Hudson and Avenel. Players who I really didn't think I was going to start this season or play. But when our players got poached away, they really stepped up and performed well for us. Ryan Price as well, 11 appearances, 1 goal. Ivan Gilson, 7 appearances with 7 off the bench with 7 goals. Phil Nicholson, 69. Love that for Phil Nicholson. Who was our youngest player to get a medal? Gary Davis, Phil Nicholson and Brian McDonald and Roger Nurse all getting medals. I'm so happy I found Olimpio Domingos, because here it looks like he doesn't have any potential, but I'm so glad I looked at this screen where he's probably going to be our goalkeeper next season, just because he is homegrown and he is club grown, and I really want to see him perform next year. Now it's time for the end of season awards, end of season team meeting and the season review. But first, a lovely email acknowledging that we won every single game of our 32 games, with some great wins in there. 6-0 win against Bridport Reserves, 5-1 against Blandford United, and 2 5-0 victories against Swanage Town and Hurston and Merley Cobham Sports respectively. Look at that, Marcus Day finished as the top scorer with 19 goals. Gary Davis was the best performer for us. It was very sad because he actually picked up a 3-month injury at the end of the season, but he will be here next season. He will be our starting midfielder. No matter who we sign, they will not be anywhere near the quality that Gary Davis brings to our team. And Kyle Gawley keeping 19 clean sheets. And there he is. What can I say about Shotgun? He's just so great. He's one of my favourite players in this save. Just expresses his admiration for me. And I have to express my admiration for him. I'm going to give him praise too. What can I say? He's just so great. And I know Sammy is our club captain. He's great, performs well, scores goals, really great player. But Shotgun, he's not that high a star rating, but he just goes into the game, assists where he can and plays the best he can, and we just have to love that. We had some more players inducted into our starting 11. Marcus Day, 16 appearances and scoring 19 goals. What a player he was. He really marked off his last few games with us with stellar performances. I think he had maybe 7 goals in those last 2 games. One of them was just from half of a game too. Kyle Gawley starts off in goal. Davis, Spong, Hudson, Zamora, McClellan, Avenel, Kyle Gawley all became part of the team. Gotta love that. Felipe keeping his place at centre attacking midfield. And there he goes, Gary Davis winning every single award. The 17-year-old has had an amazing season, getting over 50% of the votes. Sammy and Shotgun coming in 2nd and 3rd, which is not a surprise. Those 3 are just a mainstay in this team. Let's have a look at the goal of the season. Gary Davis, of course, against Blandford United. One of his great long shots all season. Oh, it's a free kick. Oh, but I remember that free kick, and what a free kick it was. The keeper can't do anything about it. Beautiful, beautiful goal. We actually had 101 average attendance this season. That's really, really good. Glad the numbers are finally getting up for us. We have some new club vision and expectations. Play attacking football, play possession. That's what we do anyway, make the most of set pieces. We've made really good free kicks this season, but I'm not sure about how many corners we scored. We actually are in the FA Vase next season. I think we have a real chance of winning that, even though we are one of the lowest in the lowest tiers that play in that. Play entertaining football and play high-tempo pressing football. That's what we do anyway, so that's fine. Work within the wage budget. I think we'll be able to do that. And promotion by winning the league. Something I want to do anyway, so that's fine. Oh, wow, we're in promotion for the next couple years. Okay. I guess the board really have sights for our team too. End of season meeting. Yeah, we're in a position to be promoted champions, and they all agree so. Perfect. Ashford make a Mo Salah offer. I think I'm going to let him go. I think we have a couple centre midfielders that are looking to come in that are pretty special. Sam Wardrop unhappy about the coaching. Coaching is the top of the league. I don't know how to improve it. But it's fine. I think we're just going to wait and see if he gets annoyed with us. Seeing as we have pretty good backup now in every area. Now I want to have a look at some of the finances and some of the stats from around the league. So we're going into next season with a negative 15,000 overall balance, but this is actually a lot better than it was. We had an injection of 62.5 grand into the funds this season, with projected to be 200 grand in debt and maybe 350 grand in debt at the end of next season. We need to be signing these players who are young and can maybe we can sell for money next season. We have a lot of players on the star player basic wage, which doesn't help our wage expenditure. We're just not bringing enough money from our match days to compete with our expenditure. But now onto a happier note, let's have a look at some of the goals this season and where we lined up against everyone else in the league. Now just on the basic screen, we have 2 out of 3 of the main goal scorers, 3 out of 3 of the average rating, 2 out of 3 of the assists, the best, tied first for man of the matches and first for clean sheets. What a season we had. Marcus Day didn't even get to play the rest of the season. He only played 17 games for us. 17! Imagine if he had been here all season. He would have destroyed the league. Sammy getting 17 goals is spectacular. Spong and Marcus Day both getting on the average ratings screen, but not being with us at the end of the season. But Gary Davis and Zamora getting joint second on the assist list is really great to see. We scored 93 goals this season with only a 49% average shooting accuracy, meaning we were getting so many shots on goal. We had 14 penalties taken and 11 scored, mostly by Sammy, but we let some players take the penalty if they were 2 goals. They needed it for a hat-trick. We had the worst amount of headers won, which is not great. Hopefully we can improve on that next season. But I think I remember correctly is that our headers won ratio is terrible again here, but I think that was the same as last season. We're not a big heading team. 10th for cross completion, but we had the most crosses completed, mostly because our fullbacks just run up and put those crosses in. Wow, we had 6 goals from corners. That's a lot more than I remember, but joint third. Okay, so we did a lot better from that than I thought. 2 goals from direct free kicks. One of them must have been Gary Davis, and the other one I believe was Peter Angus. 11 goals from indirect free kicks. Great. 80% pass completion ratio, with 13,250 passes getting completed. 61% average possession is just phenomenal. Those are really high numbers. I'm really glad that we were able to get that many passes completed that in our tiki-taki style. We had the second most chances created. Wow! Only 120 chances created with 93 goals. We were playing superbly this year. Swanage Town and Hurston, 143. Whoa! But they only shot at a 44% rate, while we shot at 49%. We only had a 13% conversion rate, but that's fine. We did play some young guys. We played some young guys throughout the season, and we had 14 dribbles per game. It's really, really great. We do have the highest salary per annum. That's something that we do need to work on. I want to try and reduce that next season. We had a pretty high attendance too. Now we might not have had the highest or lowest, but we had a good average attendance, sitting at 6th in the league. Only 1 behind Dorchester and 2 behind 4th and 3 behind 3rd. So Wareham Rangers with 116 is really impressive. Defensively we were excellent too. Only 12 goals conceded in 32 matches, with 0 goals conceded from corners. We did concede 1 from a direct free kick and 4 from indirect free kicks, which maybe we need to improve on, but pretty high in the league. So we had a pretty good defensive record this year. 23 clean sheets again, really great. Pretty low for fouls made. We're not a very tackle or foul heavy forward team. Maybe that's something we look at next year, and maybe we do go a little bit more aggressive. But we had a great tackle 1 percentage, and we had the second lowest amount of penalties conceded. I think Clark gave away 1. So it's not like that we were ever too forward into giving penalties. It's just, I think once in a while, one of our players would get beaten and take a man down, which I'm fine with in the grand scheme of things. with our really good defensive record. So I don't think we had any red cards this season, which was really good. And at players of the matches, Marcus Day on 4. I really wish he'd stayed. Gary Davis coming top of the list, only in 23 games, getting 6 man of the matches. Sammy there in joint 5th, getting 4 in 27. Jack Spong down the list as well, joint 9th. Distance covered. Wow, super impressive. I would love to see Clark's stats too, but unfortunately they're not on here. Zamora covering 370 kilometers this season, roughly 12.4 every 90 minutes. Puts him on average for the average distance covered. It's good enough for 4th. Oh, Clark is on here. Okay, so he's in 6th. We're going to have to look at averages for him since he wasn't in the side for some of the games this season. Shotgun in 13 and Sammy in 16th. Like, you gotta love these boys. They just put in so much effort. Headers 1. We're not on there, obviously. We've talked about goals scored with Marcus Day. Marcus Day got a goal every 67.42 minutes. That was so good. Sammy got a goal every 130. Almost twice that of Marcus Day. He's in 3rd. That's so impressive. Penalties. Sammy this season scored 9 of 10, having a 90%. He's really the man that we want to have step up. And I'm really not too upset when he misses the occasional one every once in a while. Assists. Wow, Gail Bigaramana was 12th for assists, only making 6 appearances. He had 7 assists. I have to look at this form. I didn't know that. That's really super impressive. He did make 4 appearances off the bench, so maybe that's where he did get some of the assists from. But 7 appearances in under 900 minutes is... Maybe he did deserve to be have a little bit more game time. Gary Davis, top of the key passes here with 63. 4 boys in the top 16 for chances created 2. Shotgun in 4th, tied with Gary Davis at 60. And again, Shotgun really does well to create those chances for Sammy, and Sammy does the same for Shotgun, so not surprised to see those two up here. Dribbles per 90 minutes, Sammy at the top of the list there with 3.83. Marcus Day in 19th. Let's have a look at some of the defensive stats now. Tackles per 90 minutes. I don't think we'll see anyone up here just because we lay out our defence so that no one player has to do too much or too little. Kyle Gawley coming in 11th for mistakes leading to goals. That's not great, and maybe Dominguez does get the start because of that. Key tackles. Again, we're not on the list here. Key headers. Sammy coming in 19th on key headers and defending. That's why he's our club captain. Just does everything. Shots blocked. No one on there. And Kyle Gawley getting a lot of the goalkeeping awards this season. Half those goals conceded than anyone else. Most clean sheets. Didn't have to hold any of those saves because he'd always get it clear. Didn't have to parry any saves. He saved 2 from 2 penalties. I didn't know that. Wow. He saved 2 penalties. It really is impressive. Let's have a look at some of the appearances in the team. We talked about it a little bit, but really impressive from the boys this season. Sammy getting the most goals, if we're not including Marcus Day. And I think credit has to be due for our 3 strikers that stepped up this season. Gilson, Angus and Nicholson. These 3, I think, will be competing for a long time here. Now, Nicholson has a little bit more potential, but Angus and Gilson are the better of the 2 strikers, and I really think they're going to develop into having a real rivalry in this team, trying to get the starting place. The 3 leading assist makers, Shotgun, Zamora, and Gary Davis. Love that from the boys. Gary Davis is just so good. Interceptions per 90 minutes is something I want to look at too. Mike Bevan. Now, he came in as a free signing and is in the under-23s. Very good player with a lot of potential. Played 2 games for us. Kind of forgot about him, but he's a very good player. At the highest, but I want someone with a lot of assists, and that's Carl McClellan. Of course it is, 3.66. So good this season. Our real captain at the back. Sam is our club captain, and Avenel is our vice captain with really good leadership, but McClellan really locked down that back line this year, and I have to give him really good props. Chances created per 90 minutes. Sam Shields, every 1.38. Brian McDonald, but out of people who played, Gilson, Gary Davis, yeah. Of course it is. Let's have a look at key tackles who made the most in our team. Zamora made the most, and then it was McClellan, then Harry Hudson. Wow, Sam Wardrop seeing as he made 3 appearances, 12 off the bench, but had 2 key tackles, whereas someone like Avenel only had 1, but started 19 games. Maybe Wardrop didn't have as bad as games as that warranted me bringing in a replacement. But we have a replacement now, but maybe Wardrop competes for that position. Distance run per game. Zamora at the end of the top with Wardrop. Name keeps coming up. Maybe we have a look at Wardrop, have a look at him again, and maybe it is something that we look at. Maybe he does get the start over Kessler. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the boys. Oh yeah, we have the under-23s in here, don't we? Get rid of that. That's how we lined up for the season. We lost some players on the way, but man did we play well, and man did we have fun. That's it for season 2 though. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining along. If you have any tips or tricks, leave them in the comment section down below, or tweet me, or comment on Instagram, or anything you want. I'm everywhere. So have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. And that's it. I'll see you next time for episode 1 of season 3, with maybe a whole new look team again. Wham. Bam. Peace.